Hello, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving. And for Thanksgiving, we are reviewing the Cleveland Show a Thanksgiving special. So I think this came out during the first season, so we can guess it came out but either 2008 or 2009. And I gotta say, this isn't my favorite of the Thanksgiving specials. I think the other ones are a stepper up. The Halloween special, it was fine for what it was. Like, I did like the pancake Cleveland Jr. thing, but this Thanksgiving special, it opens funly with Cleveland Brown ready to celebrate Thanksgiving. He even sings a Christmas song as the episode begins with our fellow characters ready for Thanksgiving. We see the family, we see a bunch of random celebrity cameos that I probably don't know, but then we get the iconic intro, and then we see the family getting their decorations ready. Cleveland Jr.'s dressed like an Indian, and Rollo's dressed up like a pilgrim. It's cool. But what stands out in this episode is the Cleveland family is having Cleveland's parents come over. And I don't know if this is the first time we see Cleveland's parents, but we see Cookie and Freight Train. So Cleveland has history with Freight Train, because he was very mean to Cleveland as a child. And to see him at his house, it kind of just makes things super awkward. But Freight Train is easy to get along with his kids, but he doesn't really treat Cleveland the same way, and it becomes a plot point throughout the show until the show ended. But what happens in this is Roberta wants to leave to go hang out with her boyfriend, but Donna is against it because she just wants her over to have Thanksgiving dinner with the family. But that's where Auntie Mama shows up, who's ready for the Thanksgiving feast, and she even hugs Rollo and even is introduced to Cleveland Jr., but she manages to find a way to let Roberta go out with her boyfriend. But Donna says you can go back past curfew. But what happens next is later that night, while Cleveland is taking out the trash, he notices Auntie Mama is going to the bathroom, and he realizes that Auntie Mama has a penis, and then he finds out Auntie Mama's little secret, as Auntie Mama is actually pretending to be a woman. And this episode can be viewed as controversial since they view it as making fun of trans people, but apparently this is the plot line, as Cleveland is trying to play along with that Auntie Mama is just pretending to be the aunt. But what happens next is, while things are going how they usually go, the Cleveland family is all playing football together. It's a very entertaining scene. But this is where Freight Train actually wants to make out with Auntie Mama, but Cleveland is very unsure about it. But he goes along with it anyway. But what happened while that's all happening, Roberta and her boyfriend are making out, but their car gets run down as the duo are trying to find their way back to the Cleveland family house because they realize who they need to be with for Thanksgiving. But that's where they bump into Tim the Bear and his family, who turns out the homeless people actually took out their car. And once they realize what Thanksgiving is about, they are teleported by a homeless man back to their home, and where they have their Thanksgiving dinner. But that's where Cleveland ends up puking, because he's realization that Auntie Mama made out with his father. But there's puke all over the table, and it's very, very gross. Yeah, the puke in this is just ugh. But I do like the line where Cleveland Jr. is like, "Happy Thanksgiving." But Cleveland manages to confront Auntie Mama about the secret that she's pretending to be the aunt. And she does say it, but she tells him not to tell Donna, but he can tell Freight Train. And that's what he does, and it causes Freight Train to puke, and it's gross. But Auntie Mama leaves by farting her way out, and it's funny. But I think our fellow characters finally have their proper Thanksgiving, even though it's all covered in puke. But, yeah, so that's that episode. There's a few jokes, I think, with Clint Eastwood. I thought that joke was fine, but him trying to take a dump, it's funny. But, yeah, this episode's not my favorite of the Thanksgiving. I think the next one was pretty good, but maybe we'll review that next Thanksgiving. So I'd probably give this episode probably a 6 out of 10. It was kind of... It was definitely exploring the more Thanksgiving theme since the last episode, the Halloween one. It was kind of just exploring, like, Cleveland Jr. trying to fit in with popularity. It kind of just stopped being a Halloween episode. But, yeah, this episode's fine for what it is. Yeah, just a few cool funny jokes and a Thanksgiving theme. And yeah, this episode's definitely controversial because they view it as transphobic. But honestly, it could be up for interpretation. But yeah. So anyway, next is obviously we're going to review this episode, the Christmas episode. And that's definitely a stepper up to the Halloween and Thanksgiving episode for sure. We'll definitely talk about it this December. So with that being said, thanks for watching. And I'll see you all next time.